Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me? Yes. All right. I was going to introduce myself, but Marcy already did that. For those of you that don't know me, again, my name is Shena Georgie Sanderson. I am the proud owner of ELEY Life Coaching, and ELEY acronym stands for Empowering Lives, Elevating You. So as those that know me know that my son had passed away in 2015 in a car accident, and this company has been named in his honor, and that's my way of celebrating his death instead of having it be like a depression time for me. It's more about keeping his legacy alive and just celebrating the life that he lived while he was here. All right? I'm going to give away 2 prizes at the end of my speech, so I need you guys to pay attention because I'm going to ask some questions, okay? So again, I am certified as a life and a health coach. I have my bachelor degree in psychology with a concentration in mental health. So I'm familiar with the brain and how the brain works, okay? And as a holistic coach, again, I am here to help my clients to find their way. Some people get stuck in life. They can't find their way. Sometimes so much, struggles and things ain't going their way. It hits you hard and you can't find your way out. So I help you to get tools so that you could manage your way through the struggles in life. Anybody know what a life coach is? Anybody want to share what they think a life coach is? No? Lisa? Right. It's good. Anybody else? Joyce, you were saying something?
I was saying basically the same thing. It's just it helps you to be confident within and to face your challenges head on.
All those things are true. So I just going to tell you what a life coach is not, because a lot of people get confused and think a life coach is like a therapist. A therapist is a person who kind of focuses on the why you have certain behavioral issues going on. They focus on the past. They focus on the trauma that happened like maybe in your childhood. And a life coach or a coach, we point out the current behavioral patterns that's going on with you. We let you, sometimes you don't know that you act in a certain way or behave in a certain way because you have done it for so long, it becomes normal for you. So we kind of point those destructive patterns out for you so that you could be aware of them and then start to work on changing them for the better, okay? We also focus on the present so you could improve your life and then move you from where you are now to the place that you really want to be. And again, we provide you with tools, life tools, that can help you manage and cope with the daily struggles that come your way, okay? Any questions? No? So there's a link between physical and spiritual health. And it's been an important part of human care for over 1,000 years. And today this is known as holistic, using a holistic approach. So I help my clients to solve their inner issues and the outer issues. And when I talk about inner issues, I'm talking about like your emotional well-being. Because a lot of us, we don't know how to share our feelings or talk about our feelings. Sometimes somebody hurt us in a way and we keep it inside. Maybe you're afraid to express yourself, or maybe you're afraid to hurt the person. So we don't hold these feelings inside and then we shove it down. And if we're doing this every day, just shoving it down, at some point it's going to come out because it has to come out. So this is how I teach my clients that we have to share how we're feeling with the person, with each other. If you're in a relationship, things ain't going right, we have to learn to communicate the way we feel. Be in your feelings, don't let it live there, see it's there, and then let it go. Release it so that you could move on away from it. Because if you just have it hidden down, it's not helping you or the people that are close to you, okay? When I talk about your outer energies, I'm talking about things that occur on the outside, such as maybe you're having relationship issues or financial issues. Those are things that can cause your mind and stuff to be unbalanced. You're not at ease because you're thinking on these things all the time. Okay, so my programs that I offer to my clients, they're not generic programs. I have to get to know you as a person, so I ask a lot of questions because everybody is unique. And as a holistic coach, I come at you from different angles. I have to understand your emotional, your mental, and your physical well-being. I also have to know about your ethnicity, your social well-being, and your cultural upbringing, you know, because different people do different things. So I can't just say there's a program that fits everybody and lump them in one group. So I have to really get to know my clients and then get to know how to make the program to suit their needs and desires. Okay? So how do you connect with yourself on a daily basis? Like how, if you today is a chaotic day for you, and then tomorrow might be the same thing and you can't seem to catch yourself because life just throwing all kind of stuff your way that's turning up your life. How do you bring balance back to your life? How do you connect with yourself? Anybody? Lisa?
Several ways.
I can't hear you.
Several ways.
Okay, you can share.
Exercise.
Good.
Prayer.
Good, great. Great.
Being still, breathing.
That's nice. Anybody else want to share?
I think the first thing we should do is go to God,
Mhm.
direction, and speak to Him,
Okay.
and He will help us.
Right.
Until we get enough travel time.
Right.
So we can tell Him whatever we need to tell Him,
Mhm.
because asking for help and He will guide us
Right.
in help, and we will feel better.
Right.
And that's what I do.
Somebody said reading. Okay, yes, all these answers are perfect answers. These answers are great because what might work for one might not work for somebody else. You understand? So you have to find what you connect with on a personal level for you to climb out of the hole or the destruction that you're in so you can find balance. For me, I like to meditate. So I either meditate every day from maybe like 35 to 45 minutes every day. That'll bring me peace and it'll bring me balance. It calms my mind when I'm doing breathing exercises. Anybody know how to meditate in here? Anybody have ever meditated before? No? Lisa? Lisa, you need to come up on the podium with me, man. So meditation is something that relaxes you, okay? And then also meditation has a lot of benefits to it as well. Meditation helps to lower your blood pressure. It's a stress reliever. It brings you to the present moment, and it also just like calms your mind, like I said. So sitting down and just doing some breathing exercises, even if you don't know how to meditate, you could do it for maybe 1 minute a day, 2 minutes the next day, and then gradually go up until you get to where you want to be, because it's not an easy task to just sit down and meditate. And a lot of people think that meditation is, you're not thinking on anything, and that's not true, because you can't really just clear your mind like that. So what it is that you're just bringing your focus either on your breath or whatever your intention is while you're meditating. So if I sit down today and I meditating, I'm going to sit down, do some breathing exercises. My mind should be on my breath. Yeah, breathing in, hold, and then release. I ain't thinking about, I got to answer these emails for work tomorrow. Why go cook for the children when I go home? You know, so it's all about being in the present moment. Right now, I just meditating, and that's where my mind is at. So also, meditating is very good for people who are going through grief, who are suffering from any type of grief. So anybody could define grief, what they think grief means? Exactly. Anybody else want to share? Okay, so grief is when someone experiences like a deep sorrow, a deep pain, and it can be caused by death, by losing a loved one. Okay, that's the generic meaning definition for grief. However, to me, I feel that grief is anything that hurts the heart, anything that hurts the soul. And that could be something like you lost your job. Maybe you had your job for years, 20 odd years, and then your boss come out, you fired. So you in pain, you don't know how you're going to take care of your family. It's stressing you out. You might be homeless. These is things. You're divorced, you marry again, you have your spouse, and then all of a sudden now we divorce. Am I going to have to start over? Do I want to start over with somebody? These things is what causes our heart to hurt. So it doesn't have to necessarily mean something just about death. It could just be a loss of something that was precious to you. Okay? So I just want to explain, especially after Hurricane Irma and Maria, then COVID came after too. A lot of people I see that they're suffering alone and in silence. And it could be somebody sitting next to you, it could be you, but a lot of us don't like to say anything. And I know the VI people, there's a very proud people. So it's like something happened in a household, keep your business at home. You don't go there, go tell nobody our business, and that's a horrible stigma that we have to let go. Because we have to be able to share our emotions with somebody that we trust. So when we hold on to these feelings, like I said before, it really tears us up inside. It makes us to be angry. It makes us to be just miserable, because it's like we're walking around and we're deteriorating from the inside out, holding on to pain, holding on to anger. If you share your story with somebody, you might find some kind of relief, because maybe that person also could be going through some of the same things that you're going through, and maybe they have overcome where you at, and they have overcome that, and they could share their story with you, whereby now you could help, I could help each other. So my thing is, if you're in pain, don't sit there in pain. So as we are becoming older now, I know for me, a lot of times I don't get to see my grandchildren and my children as much. So we're kind of home by ourselves a lot. We spending time alone a lot. So sometimes we feel lonely at home, nobody is visiting us. We start to get depressed. We feel unwanted or unloved. Some people don't want to give up on life. These are times when you have to reach out to somebody. Or if you know somebody like that, and what happens is you start to draw yourself away from people. You isolate yourself. When you start to feel depressed, you start to isolate yourself. We ain't young spring chicken anymore. Maybe we put on a little weight. We start to feel, oh my, I don't like this big belly I have. But we have to learn to embrace who we are. We're getting older, and that's who we are. Embrace and love ourselves for who we are at this present moment. Okay? So when you're walking around here and people walking around, if you notice even in the world today, everybody seems like they're just angry for no reason at all. I think this is because inside they're in a lot of pain and they have no way of expressing that pain other than to be angry and hurt other people. That's why they say hurt people hurt people. And this is what we're experiencing in life in our society. The killings are going on. People just desensitized to a lot of things. Nobody wants to help anybody out anymore. Everybody just for themselves. So we have to start to bring back the old ways where we look out for each other as a community, as a group, What they say, it takes a village to raise a child. But in these times, it's like you can't tell my child nothing, you better don't talk, and it shouldn't be that way. And this is where we have lost a lot of respect as well for each other. Some elders have lost respect for children, some children have lost respect for elders too. I feel with the respect part, it goes both ways. I can't just say because I'm an elder, you just have to respect me, but I'm not showing you respect. It goes both ways, you know? So at the end of the day, it is you and only you who could muster up the energy and the courage to find somebody to help you heal yourself. You understand? Only you could do that. I can't do it for you. Your brother, your sister can't do it for you. You is the one in the pain and the suffering, and until you realize that, hey, I need to find somebody to talk to. I need some help. It's not going to happen for you. You're the only one that could really make that change for you. Okay, so some people that you could reach out to that are professionals, are therapists, counselors, and coaches. And then unprofessional people basically could be like your trusted family or friend. Even a pastor could be somebody that you could trust and lean on. So whoever it is that you choose to give your trust to, there should be like a mutual bond, a relationship where I trust you and you trust in me. Because if you come to me for help and you come in here and we have a session, you speaking lies. I don't know if you're lying. You know you're lying. So inside mentally, you're not healing yourself. You're only harming yourself. You're paying your money to your therapist or to your coach, and you ain't getting the healing that you need. You understand? So you have to be vulnerable and open up, because healing don't come from lies. Okay? The truth is what's going to heal the heart and what's going to heal the soul. Right. So it's a lot of work, and that's causing you stress, added stress that is unnecessary. Right? So if anyone here is suffering alone or in silence, or if you know anyone that is, I just ask you to please assist them or you yourself to go and find somebody that can help you and that you could trust. Not because everybody say I'm a therapist, that's the right person for you. You have to find the right person for you. And some clients have came to me, and after talking with them, I find that we're not going to work together good. So I'm not just going to take your money and be like, yeah, I'm going to just coach him anyway. If I know that we're not a good fit for each other, I could recommend you to somebody else, and I might not be a good fit for you either. I might not be the coach that you're looking for. So you have to find that bond and that person that understands where you are at and where you're trying to be. Okay? And that is it for me. Anybody have any questions? Yes, yes. But that's a mechanism that they use to deflect from trying to open up and be vulnerable. Right. That is true. That is the truth. So I want to ask 2 questions. I'm going to give away 2 cups that I have. I hope you guys were listening and paying attention. The first question is, what is the acronym for ELEY? Anybody? Raise your hand. Yeah, what is it? What does it mean? Lisa?
Empowering lives, elevating.
That's right. Which color cup would you like? This one? Okay. And then the second question would be, what professionals you can go to if you need help? If you're in pain and you need some help. Give me 2 professionals that you could go to. Raise your hand so I could. Miss Mall? Who? Yeah, but who? Like who? I talked about it earlier. Professionals. Not you, Joycelyn. The therapist and who? Or who? I gave you 3 professional people. I'm only asking you for 2. What am I? What am I? Right, so a therapist and a coach.